Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's video, we're going to first start off with a single stick, and we're going to do the 5 angles of attack form, and then we're going to go into the V strikes. And then once we apply that, then we're finally going to work on stabbing for more complex angles. That's the main focus of this video, but we kind of have to go through a journey to get there. So bear with me. So first, let's go ahead and start off with the basic 5 angles of attack. Alright, so starting stance, remember the stick side to the front, this hand right here, right in front of the heart, protect the heart, like so. Just keep the hand there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go diagonal down, horizontal, horizontal, and then a stab. So just 5 movements, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So what I'm interested in now is to convert the slashes. There were 4 slashes, the 5th one is a stab, so not the 5th one, but the 4 moves in this form. We're going to change that into a V strike, because right now what we're doing here is we're slashing. This is a slash, this is a slash. Even though this is not a bladed weapon, the movement, if this was a bladed weapon, this is a slash right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all slashes. And then we have number 5, which is the stab. So we're going to change the slashes into a V strike. So the main thing to understand is that the start and the finish will be the same. Okay, so the move right now, number 1, starts from up here, upper right, and it finishes bottom left right here. So this is, it's slashing downwards, right? So the angle's still going to be the same. I'm going to come diagonal this way. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to hit, and then I'm going to park, you see? So technically it's very similar, but I'm not doing this kind of follow through. I'm not doing the slashing follow through. I hit and I park. Okay, so that's my number 1. Number 2 went this way, okay? So instead of just going like this and making this into a slash, I'm going to hit and then park. Number 3 was this way. It was a horizontal slash going that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit and then park. Number 4, same idea, hit and park. And then number 5 is the stab. Number 5 is the same, so just leave that alone, but one more time. So number 1, hit, park. Number 2, hit and park. 3, hit, park. Number 4, hit and park. And then number 5. So notice that when you're doing these V strikes, you're still using the same angles that it was coming from when it was a slash. Okay, so number 1, see, this is my slash right here. Number 2, my slash comes this way. Number 3, slash comes this way. 4, slash comes that way. So when we change it to a V strike, see, I'm still coming in at that same angle, but I'm doing the V strike. I'm still coming in at that same angle, but it's a V strike. Boom, V strike. Boom, V strike. Okay, so that's very important. Please get some repetitions there. And now what we're going to do is, let me first go ahead and go to this. Okay, double sticks. And this is, if you can't keep up with this, don't worry about it. This is for the people that are a little bit more seasoned. The heaven 6. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing to the heaven 6. And so this is our starting position right here, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so those are all slashes. Okay, so we're going to convert all the slashes into the V strikes. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then I park exactly the same. 4, 5, and 6, exactly the same. Okay, so if you can keep up with this, then it should be no problem at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the main point of that was that you could do the exact same thing to the heaven 6. And now let me take you to the knife. Okay, so I'm going to go to single training knife, of course, okay? And then with the training knife, we're going to go back to the 5 angles of attack. All right, so bear with me here. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is the stab. So all 4 of those were slashes once again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those are all slashes, and number 5 is the stab. So when we change this into the V strike, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right there. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay? So you might be wondering, with a blade, what exactly are you doing? Because these aren't slashes now. These are strikes. The way that I see it with a blade, when you do this motion right here, when you're striking with the blade, anytime you're striking, okay, this is what I call a hack. And the difference between a hack and a chop really is that, like, a chop would be you chop off a person's hand, you know, you do severe damage that way. Think of an axe, you're chopping it off, right? A hack is very similar, but it's not as powerful, so it takes multiple times. So bam, bam, you know, you're hacking. So really it's the same thing. I just view the chop as a little bit more powerful. Hack, as it, you know, it takes multiple times, it's quicker, shorter, but it's still, you're striking at it with the blade repeatedly. You're hacking. That's the way I define that. A slash, of course, you know, is you're cutting with the blade like this, and you're pulling, and that pulling motion is going to cut. A slice, to me, is a little bit more quality, because you're going to be using the lower part of the blade down here, and you're getting a much deeper cut. You got more access to the belly going through that way, the belly of the blade. Okay, so those are just some little different terminology there. So that's what you're doing here with a blade. Okay, you're hacking 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stab right there. Okay, so now that we got that, okay, we can finally now convert that into stabs, and that's what I'm interested in. Okay, that's what this video is really about. So the same motion, and we're using the V strikes, but now instead of hacking, we're changing it into a stab. So the motion's basically the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is the stab right there. So one more time. Number 1, it comes from the same angle right here, same thing that we've been doing, and then I stab, and then I park. Number 2 comes this way, exactly where I wanted it, where it should start from right here, and it's supposed to finish right over here, right? So from here, I stab, and then I park. Number 3 was supposed to be this way, right? So I'm going to stab and park this way. Number 4 goes this in this direction over here, from left to right. So I'm going to come stab and park, and then 5 is the stab. So if you do that, now you have different angles of attack where you can stab from, and that's extremely important. And please put in some practice, and that should elevate your game to the next level. So thank you for watching, and take care, folks.